The first one we're going to try then, Dev.
The first one we're going to try is a char-grilled bruschetta of ostrich, which is slow grilled in the tandoor. Let me explain the dish. Let's have a look at the dish. So that's the grilled bruschetta of ostrich. It's served on a bed of spiced sweet potatoes. That's the little ostrich liver on the side with a spiced pickle.
Okay, let's give it a go then.
Yes.
So this was a spiced pickle, you say?
Yes, spiced olive pickle.
And this is the actual ostrich meat here?
That's the actual ostrich. It rests on a bed of spiced sweet potatoes. So what do you think of the textures?
Tastes that's good. The texture of that is it's chewy, but it's not tough at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely it's got a familiar kind of flavour to it. Let's go. What are these bits here?
That's a little. It's a meat croquet with spices.
A meat croquet.
Yeah. It's a sweet meat croquet, so it'll have sweetness.
It's gorgeous. You wouldn't know that it wasn't.
Yeah.
A meat, you know, that it was not exotic, you know.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
An ostrich is quite similar to lamb in its raw form. It looks like it's a red meat. It looks almost like lamb. The difference
that is the texture.
Yeah. The difference, it has shorter fibers. It cooks very fast. So we got to be careful while cooking it so that it doesn't overcook.
That's great. I love it. I would happily order that.
Yeah.
There'd be no problem. Okay, which dish is this one then, Dev?
This is a tail fillet of a crocodile, an African crocodile.
Okay.
Now the beauty of this meat is it's got a very unique texture. Most meats, I mean, we generally pan grill meat, but crocodile, when you pan grill it, it sort of contracts and becomes quite tough. So we try to use other methods of cooking. In this case, it's slow cooked for around 3 to 4 hours. The sauce we have used with it is a Goan fish sauce. Now Goa, being on the western coast of India, has a lot of fish eating culture. So it's a nice and spicy sauce with a lot of tamarind and coconut in it. And it's on a homemade fish croquet with some pineapple compote on the side.
So just quickly, what was that picture?
That's a pineapple compote. It's pineapple with fennel seeds.
Pineapple compote, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the crocodile itself,
yes, that's the crocodile.
And that's served on a...
That's a homemade fish croquet. Because of the fishy texture, we try to match flavors of the crocodile with what it's accompanied with.
That's very... it's falling apart, really.
Yeah, you won't realize it until you actually have it on your plate, that the meat could be so tender. It's got unique flavors as well. So if I serve it to you as a fish or as a halibut, or don't say it's a crocodile, would you realize it?
It's like a very meaty kind of fish. Like,
more like a monkfish or a halibut.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, yeah.
It's good, but then it doesn't taste very fishy.
No, it doesn't have a fish taste.
It's got that meaty fish texture, but like...
Again,
it tastes very meaty. It's nice.
Yeah.
And it's flaky as well, like...
Yes, it flakes like a fish.
Like a fish, yeah. And what's this sauce you say?
The sauce is a Goan...
Goan vindaloo?
No, Goan fish sauce. We're doing the wild boar with the vindaloo. This has got a lot of coconut and tamarind in it. With a lot of different spices.
Definitely picking up tamarind there.
Yeah.
It's really nice now, I must admit, it's good.
So now I can give you a certificate at the end that you're a crocodile eater.
I think I am. I would eat all of that. That's really nice. It's just a strange texture, yeah.
This is a pan-grilled steak of zebra, and it's served on a spiced aubergine steak. And on the side we have got a little sauce of demi-glace with garlic and white pepper, and that's a pickled cherry with a little salad on the side.
A pickled cherry?
Yes, a pickled cherry. A cherry pickled with jaggery and fenugreek seeds.
And this is one of your favourite dishes, isn't it?
The zebra meat is one of my favourite meats because of the unique texture which you'll experience soon. It's beef without all the fat and cholesterol, I should say. It's much leaner and much tender than any other red meat I've ever tried.
That's very just so tender, isn't it?
Yeah. So imagine eating a tender steak.
The meat is so loose, you know, it's not.
It still has the gamey flavour to it.
Yeah.
But when you look at a zebra,
aubergine comes through a lot, yeah.
Yeah. When you look at a zebra, can you ever imagine that the meat will be so tender? I mean, you would think of it as being tough like a horse.
Yeah, like horse meat.
It's surprisingly super tender.
And it tastes, it is very rich, isn't it?
Yes.
The meat is very rich.
Rich and unique, complex flavors, I should say. Very nice character to the whole thing.
So what are your impressions of that? I mean, it's a very rich meat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite rich. It's got its unique flavors to it. It's not camouflaged with a lot of spices, so you can taste actually taste the zebra in it.
Yeah. And you say that's one of your favourites, don't you? It's like...
Yeah, this is one of mine because I like rich, complex flavors.
Yeah.
So I would make this one of my favourite meats.
This is the wild boar dish, yeah?
This is the wild boar. Now, most wild boar are farmed now. We have farms in the Scottish borders and in America where boar is farmed for restaurant purposes, for the table. So this is a fillet of wild boar, or a steak of wild boar. It's served on some spiced apple.
Spiced apple?
Yes, green
right.
apple which is spiced.
Yep.
And the sauce that's going with it is a Goan Vindaloo sauce, which is a nice aromatic sauce of malt vinegar and garlic wine.
And what's this red?
That's a little salsa of mango and onions, red onions.
Yeah.
And that's on the side we've got a little chutney of plum with ginger.
Plum with ginger?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's give it a go then.
Yeah.
So this is I think it's the prettiest one so far,
Okay.
don't you think?
So wild boar tastes almost like pork tried, but just the fact is it's organic, it's wild, and has a little gamey hint to it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's my favourite one.
Yeah. So this is your favorite as a main course. So it's like a loin of pork basically. This is a loin of wild boar. So
I like the meat. The meat, the texture of the meat. It's almost like a burger.
yeah.
And you say these are sort of low in cholesterol as well, don't you?
Yeah, low in fat and cholesterol. So we've got a lot of healthy. It's a healthy aspect to dining.
That's so nice. It just that just goes perfectly with the meat, huh?
Yeah.
And the salsa too gives it a bit of a kick.
Yes.
What sort of inspired you to do it?
As chefs, we always like to work with new things, new ideas, new concepts, new textures. So this is a part of creating new flavors and introducing new flavors and texture experiences to my customers.
Conservation and environmental aspect of it. Are all the meats that you serve sustainable?
They're all 100% sustainable. They're all, in fact, most of the meat is farmed like any other animal and organically farmed.
Yeah.
And they're all done with the objective of conserving the species. For instance, a zebra, for instance, only the male species of the animal and the surplus male species of the animal is hunted for meat and leather, so that they could keep the population under control.
And what dishes have you found that become most popular with people who dine here?
The ostrich has been very popular. Crocodile people are finding it very interesting. In fact, the zebra as well is extremely popular. Getting really, we almost sell out every evening.
People are coming from not just Thanet, but from further afield to try the food.
Oh yes, yeah. Food connoisseurs, people who are foodies and adventurous with their palate.
We want to try new things, yeah?
We want to try new things, who travel any distance to try something exotic and interesting.
And